Hey, God bless you. Sammyd here. I want to encourage you with a message to empower you. I was reading a story not long ago about a couple back in the 60s, early 60s. They just got married, they were young, and they were newlyweds. And the husband was recovering from an illness of laryngitis, and she was pregnant with their first child. She was a school teacher, and he was going towards his master's degree. But anyway, they were having some difficult times with the recovery of his illness, and she being pregnant, and trying to hold the household together. Out of this painful experience, out of this suffering, came a hymn, a song that many people know. If you've been in the Lord, if you've been in the church long enough, you would know it. Out of this pain, after she gave birth, they started to recover, and she and her husband were musicians, and he played the keyboard or the piano, and she sang, and they put together the words to this wonderful, famous, marvelous hymn that is called Because He Lives. You know the words to that. Because He lives, I can face tomorrow. And it begins by saying, how sweet the sound of a newborn baby. And then it says, He came to live, to die and forgive. And the words to that hymn are very powerful. But the chorus is, because He lives, I can face tomorrow. I'm going to sing it in my flute, but I want you to know something, that whatever you're going through, whatever challenge, whatever circumstance, whatever difficult moment, whatever trial or temptation you're going through, because He, Jesus, lives, you will face tomorrow. You will overcome it, because He will bring you through it for His name's sake. Not because of anything we've done or didn't do, not because of our degrees, intellectual understanding, or our concepts, or our great works, because for His name's sake, and because it pleases Him to love us. It pleases Him to call us His children. And so I want you to know that no matter what it is, whether it's mental, emotional, medical, physical, financial, family related, whether it's a challenge that you're going through at your job and your business and ministry, Jesus, if He brings you to it, He'll take you through it. I want you to know that. If He brings you to it, He'll take you through it. When God delivered the children of Israel out of Egypt, He gave Moses the rod, and the rod represented God's authority. And when they were by the Red Sea, Moses went to God and said, the people are complaining. We're in the middle of the Red Sea. The enemy's behind us. There's mountains on each side, and the Red Sea's in front of us. You'll find that in Exodus chapter 14. God asked Moses, what is that in your hand? He said, the rod. He said, stretch it out towards the Red Sea and use it. The rod represented God's spiritual authority. It represented God's power. It represented God's presence. You see, they didn't have the word. They didn't have the Torah, which is the first book of the Bibles Moses wrote. The Torah, the church knows it as the Pentateuch, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. So He used the rod. Today, we don't need the rod. We have the living word, the written word that is called the Bible. Yeah, it has authority. It has power. It gives you wisdom, understanding. It guides you. So God, through the word, will let you know that there is hope for you. Jesus is the hope of glory. So it's not just about the word, but it's about the author of the word, His presence. His word is a love letter to you. And because He lives, you can face tomorrow. I can face tomorrow. There is hope in the valley. No matter what you're going through, God will take you through it. And God will get glory for His name's sake, because He lives. and came this wonderful song, and whatever you're going through, something wonderful will come out of it. Remember that because Jesus lives, my God, he's alive. You can face tomorrow. Father, I send a word to whoever's going through something right now, that you will strengthen, that you will give them the wisdom, the guidance, that you will bring them through it, Lord, and give them a hunger, thirst for your word, for your righteousness, and for your name's sake, Lord, and because it pleases you to call us your children and to love us. I thank you and I bless you in Jesus' wonderful name. Amen and amen. God bless you all. Hallelujah. Stay in there. Keep fighting the good fight of faith. Bless you.